So the first, and according to me, most important step is define the problem. And this is going to be a little bit different than maybe you had in your statistics class. There's two dimensions to a market research problem. The first dimension is, what is the business problem that we are trying to solve? What is the business decision that we are trying to make? And many times the business decision is bigger than the particular research decision. And then once we've understood what the business decision is, then we can ask the research questions. So, given all of the information we have available, we've decided that we need to do research to inform this part of the business decision. There may be other sources of information, but when you get to the research question, then it's much more focused. What are we paying to find? Three basic kinds of research that people do: exploratory, descriptive, and casual. Casual just means I take my time. Causal, I can't even read my own writing. Read my own typing. In the 8th grade, I was told, you better learn to type because nobody's ever going to be able to read your writing. So exploratory research is the kind of research that you do when you don't know what the questions are. You're just trying to figure out what are the issues. Descriptive research, it's kind of a funnel. The exploratory is to figure out what the questions are, and then descriptive research is to find answers to specific questions. And this is where we get, yes?
What type of scenario would you not know what the questions are?
So the question was, what kind of scenario would you not know what the questions are? What flavors do teenagers prefer in ice cream? Well, I've got that, but what are the flavors? Or what do they look for in ice cream? What makes ice cream attractive? Is it the flavor? Is it the, I don't know. But if I want to build a better ice cream cone, and good question, thank you for nailing me to the wall. Any further embarrassments to the professor will call immediate expulsion of the professor. So descriptive research is where you're trying to answer specific questions. It's usually quantitative, and we're dealing with correlation, which means there's a relationship between two variables. And then the last level, the most specific level of research, is causal research, and this is where you're trying to prove cause and effect, that one thing causes another. Most business research is exploratory or descriptive. It's really expensive and very rigorous to do causal research, and you would only do that in situations where it's imperative that you prove cause and effect. For example, if I had, yes?
Oh, you're answering it right now.
Oh, whew. I was afraid I was going to have to expel myself. So a situation, for example, if I'm coming up with a new medical treatment, and I'm saying that this pill will solve that disease, I better be pretty sure that this pill solves that disease before I start making it public. My favorite analogy of correlation, the difference between correlation and causation, is this is research that has been validated many, many times, but there is a correlation between ice cream cone sales and violent crime in New York City. Probably even in San Francisco too, although we never have hot weather. So, because there is a correlation, the more ice cream cones that are sold, the more violent crime occurs. The natural conclusion is we should ban ice cream cones, right? Because if ice cream, okay. And we all are kind of chuckling there because we all know that if you ban ice cream cone sales, you'll probably have an increase in violent crime because people will be breaking into stores getting ice cream. But why would it not be smart to ban ice cream cones? Say again? Because it's not causing, it's just correlation. And this is what's called a spurious correlation. And what's really going on is what's also happening when ice cream cone sales increase. It's hot, it's summer, days are longer. Like I say, we don't get that in San Francisco. Days are pretty much the same, temperature is pretty much the same. The question is, to fog or not to fog? What were we talking about? I am so sorry. But the idea is that what's happening is when the days are longer, when the days are hotter, people are more likely to buy ice cream, and there's more opportunity for violent crime because people are outside longer. So although there's a correlation, it's not cause and effect. But you can see if I was thinking of banning ice cream that it would be important to establish that ice cream causes violent crime before I do anything as drastic as banning it.